Boyfriend won't have sex, but won't let me go. I guess it's about time I posted in here. I'd like to note that I have given my boyfriend several outs and opportunities to leave this relationship and to do so amicably. My boyfriend and I have been dating now for almost a year, December. I told him this morning that we need to discuss going our separate ways. Currently, we live together. He just turned 29 2 weeks ago. I will be 42 in January. For the record, he pursued me. I asked him over and over again if my age was a problem for him. He said no. Our bed life was great the first 5 months in. On average 3 times a week, sometimes more than once in a day. He shared with me that he wants children and that it would be a deal breaker if I couldn't get pregnant due to my age. He gave me till August to get pregnant or call it quits. We started trying in March. I learned a lot about fertility since then, tracking my cycles and ovulation, things I never knew before. I spent most of my life avoiding pregnancy and on birth control, so trying to conceive was a new journey for me. I have one child from a previous relationship who will be 14 in January. We skipped over April, tried in May, and by June, everything changed. He pulled away. Sex dropped to about once a week, and he began avoiding my fertile windows. He claimed that sex felt forced and wasn't fun anymore. During this time, other things changed too. He took on a new managerial role at work and was transferred. He stopped spending time with me in bed talking before we fell asleep. He stopped cooking dinner with me and started using TikTok to de-stress when he came home. 15 to 20 minutes of TikTok turned into 2 hours. And slowly, going to bed together dwindled too, and I found myself going to bed alone. He started rejecting my advances to be intimate, and when we were intimate, I noticed that he didn't care to please me anymore, and that most of our positions were P*RN based and had no emotional connection. About a month into his transition to work, I discovered he had been Snapchatting an employee, sending selfies. He claimed it was for onboarding procedure, and that this was the only way to contact her. I called BS. As far as I know, there were no nude photos, but then again, I was not allowed to see the full extent of the conversation. He doesn't allow me to go through his phone, and I have never asked. He showed me the picture and the last few exchanges between them while holding his phone. His protectiveness over his phone has always bothered me, but I've respected his wishes. He agreed to delete her, but also said I had to delete one of my male friends to make it even. He has since continued adding female employees to his Snapchat despite it making me feel uncomfortable. He says that I'm just trying to be controlling and tell him who he can and cannot be friends with. About 2 weeks later, I stumbled across videos he had saved. Videos from an app that produces one-on-one sessions with women doing sexual things to themselves. The initial videos are free, but members can pay for exclusive content and conversations. I was beside myself as I consider this cheating. He argued that it is just like porn, and I refuted, saying that porn is impersonal, whereas these videos are very personal. He deleted the app, stating that I am more important. I told him deleting the app was one thing, but I know he could always go back and re-download it and delete it again before I get home. Again, he accused me of being controlling and taking things too seriously. He claims I think too much and think too deeply about things.